Jazz.
We have the Jazz as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. These guys are hot, no doubt about it. Continuing to put up win after win.
Yeah, and looking to stay unbeaten against this team. A win here would get them off to a 2-0 start in this 4-game season series.
And Greg, it also would solidify their advantage in this matchup. I mean, they want to show, hey, last time was no fluke. This is the way it's going to be all the time. Getting that W could drive that point home.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Jazz. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Lyles out there with Favors, and it's Burke in at the point. Now here's Favors, kicks to Burks. And a miss there on the triple. So it's Minnesota now. It's a 3-point game. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning and going away. Come on now, did they really just pull that off?
That was an outstanding play.
I tell you what, there are alley-oops, and then, fellas, there are alley-oops.
Here's Martin, throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And here are the Timberwolves. It's been 8 unanswered points for him, and that one's good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Wiggins. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And here is Lopez following the 3 from Alec Burks. Second chance shot, and Towns gets it to go.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
And Lopez throws it down.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Now here's Burke. 17 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Here's Lopez. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. To the inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Minnesota shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Complete domination. What a game for Lopez, already with 8 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is. And they keep going down low with the ball. They keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Pass to Lyles. Hayward on the wing, covered by Wiggins. There's the pick. Here's Burks, and that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. And Favors kicks to Burks.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense. Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par. And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Passes it to Burke. They set the pick. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Lopez. He's got 10. Here's Martin, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here is Favors. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Hayward goes in.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Lopez. Up the alley-oop pass, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, was angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Jang, he's checked in for Kevin Garnett.
Utah timeout called.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor nicely up top. Spacing. Spacing.
Fourth, Andrew Wiggins.
Well, both of these guys have been tremendous offensive producers for the entire season. They're just reliable point producers.
Now Favors. The dish to Hayward. Lopez with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Freak with the ball.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Read each other so well, it's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
Three-pointer, Hayward. Rebound by Dang.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Minnesota. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I caught up with the head coach for Utah. We talked about the challenges posed by a player like Ricky Rubio, such a tremendous passer and floor general. Coach said, we know he can make plays, but making shots is where he's been less effective. We need to focus on staying home and forcing him to beat us with his scoring. Guys, we'll see if they can limit his highlight reel dimes. Back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Hayward can hit.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Lopez right side. And again, it's Minnesota.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Favors. Lopez with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Out to Favors. Will it go? He lays it in.
Derek Favors.
Favors has got 6.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
And the dunk by Towns.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. He's got 5.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And that is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Nixon, the pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Utah. Lopez with the block, and he recovers it. Nato offline with his 3. Lopez kicks to Wiggins. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Nato covered by Rubio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hayward. Again, the miss by Hayward.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Nato covered by Rubio. Hayward from outside. Rebound, Minnesota. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Nixon. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Wiggins dishes to Lopez. No good, but he's still shooting 75%. 6 of 8 from the floor. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hand.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Lopez, and it's shooting. Gorgie Dang is is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Martin in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Lopez with the steal. He lobs it up.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
And Booker kicks to Hayward. From 11 feet away, count the bucket. Hayward's got his third basket of the night.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
But let's take a look at Alec Burks' numbers. How his last 10 games have gone. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
And he gets the bucket. That's 10 points for Gordon Hayward.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, and they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Burke, covered by Rubio. 6 to shoot. Burke kicks to Hayward. From outside, off the mark.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
From the arc. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're having much more success here in the second. After missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's the screen. Rubio against Hayward. To the middle. Here's Booker. Wiggins with some nice D. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Trailblazers.
Yep.
That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
Burks can't get it to go.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's Lopez. He's got 16. Back to Wiggins. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Burke. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Wiggins throws it down.
Well, that was a max-range alley-oop pass there, guys. It's got to be. I don't know if anybody's throwing one any longer.
That's just crazy.
And how high did he have to go to make that catch? That's what makes it even more unbelievable.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But, guys, the pass, for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
The feed to Hayward. The pass to Lyles. He dishes it to Burks. Cans the shot from the wing. Burks has got 5 points so far. So it's Minnesota now. From deep 3-point range, and he sinks it from deep. 3-pointer good from Lopez.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks had a huge game. He ended up with 50 points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Off target with the open look. Utah's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Burks has got 7.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
And that one's good.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Lyles passes to Hayward. Up top, Burks. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Lyles. And there's another one for the Jazz.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Booker dishes to Burks. The Jazz working the ball around now. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Burke with it. He's got 7. Feeds it to Hayward. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. It looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
And that one's good by Lopez.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Now, here's Burks. He's tightly guarded. There's the bucket. Good. Burks has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could. And boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop. But even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Carrying up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Lyles out there with him. And it's Favors in at the 5 down low.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Ball's knocked loose. Lopez with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine. Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside Make them beat you from deep.
Hayward kicks to Favors. 3 on the clock. Burke can't get it to go.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. To end the run, a rebound by the Timberwolves. Wiggins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. To the paint, Martin. Good once again. That makes it 8 for 9 this game.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Well, it's never a good idea to back off and ease up, and it doesn't look like that thought's even crossed their mind. I love it.
Burke kicks to Hayward. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
Assisted by
15 points for Gordon Hayward.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Right side, Martin. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Martin's got 18 points in the game.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Here's Wiles. No good. Good D by Lopez.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Garnett. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 6 points for him.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with capacity.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it the fast break chance.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Burke. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
And it's Lopez. Time on the assist by Martin. That's now 32 points for Freak.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Burks the pass to Lyles. Hayward outside. Will it go? They get it again. Favors. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Lopez. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lopez has got 5 points in the quarter.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Hayward against Wiggins. That's good. 17 points for Gordon Hayward.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
Got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by.
They get it back. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Garnett. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Matt Barnes. Lopez, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah. Utah has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Favors with a screen on Rubio. Right wing. Here's Nixon. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pulls up, high post. That's good. 40 points for Freak.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Nixon. Here's Hood. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Lopez, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Hood, the lead pass was put in just the right spot. Hood's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will...
All right, target center, coming out of the court now, your team.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Jazz shooting a meager 37% for the game. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Bjelica is out there with Gorgui Dieng. And it's Lopez in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Here's Patton. Good on the triple.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Martin kicks to Lopez. Back to Martin. Lopez a screen. Here's Dieng. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Favors with the screen. There's a good screen. Here's Hood. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. And Minnesota has possession. Lopez. The quick look, no good that time.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
Yeah, I'd echo that. I mean, we're witnessing something special here today, Greg.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Off the pick. Minnesota with the rebound. Jang's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Lopez gets it to go.
And what's gotten into him today? Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Nato. Shot's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Lopez, no luck. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Dishes it to Hood. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside Martin from the baseline. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Lopez with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Tipped away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Freak with the ball. Bjelica passes it to Lopez. No problems knocking that one down. Lopez has got 50 points.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, they're paying the price right now for the lackluster defense. For me, that's inexcusable.
Some changes for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Gorgui Dieng. Barnes comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Martin. And a switcher also for Utah. Cotton's checked in. Hood, the pass to Patton. From 12 feet out, buries the jump shot. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Lopez, no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's the pick. Here's Hood, covered by Barnes. And it's Cotton missing. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And so the ball goes on the bounce. Lopez touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jazz have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Here's Ingles, covered by Barnes. Hood kicks to Favors. Shot clock at 5. Ingles passes to Cotton. The second chance effort. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And Minnesota has possession. Here's Lopez. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Patton. Here's Cotton. They get a hand on it. Here's Favors. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the game for Derek Favors, 10 points and 2 steals.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, there's nothing to stat sheet when you look at it.
And Utah making a change here. Lyles checked in. Knocked loose. Lopez with the steal. Pulls up for 3. Good on the shot. Lopez has got 55.
You know, you look at what they're doing, and it's easy to see why they want to run right now.
And guys, 9 straight points for them on fast breaks. You can't blame them for getting out.
Puts up the baby hook, and it's sent back by Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Minnesota making a switch here. Payne's checked in. Favors with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. Knocks it loose. Lopez with the steal. 3-pointer. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, the pace has been relentless. These guys have really been pushing it up, fellas.
And one of the best ways to get a rhythm offensively really is to play in space. And you do that with fast break opportunities. Transition buckets are always a boon offensively.
And it's Cotton missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
He feeds it to Favors. Here's the screen. He kicks it to Hood. Shot clock at 6. And nothing is falling for him right now. Minnesota's gotten 8 shots off from 3-point land and hit half. And the jam by Levine.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
And it's Cotton missing.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
Lopez dishes to Levine. Hammers the alley-oop through. Utah's got some tough luck from 3-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Cotton. Hood kicks to Cotton. Lets it go from deep. But they'll get another chance. Hood, the pass to Cotton. Favors with the screen. Here's Cotton. Kicks it to Hood. Out to the wing. Another shot. Cotton gets the bucket. Cotton's got 4 points in the quarter. Minnesota shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Lopez, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper if the defense is going to give it to them. They'll take it all day.
It's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
There's the pick. It's stolen by Garnett. And here comes the break. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Barnes.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
Here's Hood. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And the jam by Levine.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Here's Cotton. They set the pick. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Hood gets the bucket.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Minnesota's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. And that one's good by Garnett.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Lopez with the steal. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Utah foul.
And the first one at the line is good. The Jazz making a switch here. He hits both from the stripe. Jazz shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Poked away. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Just 5 on the clock. And Booker kicks to Favors. No good off the front iron.
And not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Lopez. There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Nato, Lopez covering. Garnett grabs the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Lopez kicks to Levine. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Here's Hood. Right side Favors. 11 feet away. Bean with the rebound. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Lopez, no luck. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
So it's Minnesota winning this one.
The 2K Sports post-game.
Freak